Hey, Voyage Church. I hope and pray you guys are having a great day. I wanted to jump on here and I wanted to tell you a little story about a time when I was in college and I was in a really dark place in my life and I was really discouraged and I was kind of, to be honest, frustrated at God. And as a result, I had been like not walking with Him and and it was a really just tough time in my life and things kind of came full tilt one night when I was working an overnight shift. I was a security guard in college, and I had all night, and it was just God and myself. And I spent most of that night lashing out at God in prayer. I mean, I told Him how He had let me down and how He had failed me and all of this stuff. And the thing that I just remember about it all is now obviously God had not failed. God had not let me down. But I felt in the moment like He had. And in all of that, what I noticed was like He wasn't angry. He wasn't like ready to strike me down in His wrath. But rather in that moment, I felt this compassion from God of like a father to his child. Like if you have kids, maybe you've been there where like your child will say something terrible to you, like, I hate you. And it's like, that hurts as a parent. But they say it in the moment because they're trying to get attention, or maybe you've done that, or maybe you've done that. We all do that probably at different times. We say things we don't mean to get attention, or we use like hyperbole, like you always do this, or you never do this. And we say things to get attention. And, again, we're talking about being good listeners and the importance of being good listeners. And I think one of the greatest things that we see in the scriptures is that God is an amazing listener. While we see in the scriptures that God has a lot to say, we also see that God is fully capable and fully willing to just listen to us. Psalm 116, the psalmist writes, he says, I love the Lord. Why? Because He has heard my appeal for mercy. Because He has turned His ear to me, I will call out to Him as long as I live. What we see from the scriptures is not a God who's just like, do this, do this, do this. Why? Because I said so. But rather we see a God who is fully willing to listen and longs to hear us. Even those moments where we lash out at God in our anger, God just wants to hear us, and He longs to hear us as a child comes to their parent. Imagine a world where we as Christians who are followers of God, filled with the Spirit of God, demonstrated the patience and willingness to listen to others the way He listens to us. Ultimately, we see is that the way we listen demonstrates how much compassion we have in our life. If you were to go over into the Gospel of Luke, here's Jesus. God in the flesh, Luke chapter 2, was like a 8 to 14-year-old boy. And where do His parents find Jesus? In the temple. And it says that He is listening to them, listening to people ask questions and then giving them answers. Jesus is listening because Jesus is showing and demonstrating compassion on the world around Him. And we as God's followers, again, we need to be quick to listen. Why? Because the way we listen shows ultimately how much compassion we have on others. And how much compassion we have on others demonstrates how much of God is indwelling us. So let that be our challenge today. I hope it's a challenge to you. I love you. And man, let us all work together again to be great listeners. God bless. Take care.